Hey everybody, today I'm going to make my very first instructional video. It's a video that I looked around and couldn't find on the internet. So I'm going to change the speakers on the rear door of my 94 Suburban. You can see here we've kind of got everything set up. So we'll go through the tools we use first off. I use this tool here to get the speaker grill off. And I'll use this little toothpick here to get the harness off after a while. Also have a small ratchet and socket. It's a 9/32, and it's a regular old Phillips. And then what we're going to do is we're going to replace the factory speaker with some speakers I bought off the internet. And I highly suggest these speakers. I did the first one already, and it went in perfect. So this is a Boss. It's a slim mount, 6.5 inch. And like I said, you'll see here in a minute, this goes in just like a dream. And then you can do two ways here. You can splice those speakers and use connectors, and that takes a little while, and I don't suggest that. I suggest buying this adapter harness off the internet. Got it from Harmony Auto, and it's for 88 to 94 wiring harness speakers. I think one package of 2 was like $9 or something. Well worth it, just plugging and playing. So we'll go ahead and get started now. First thing we do is we remove the grill here. It's fairly simple. Take this little curved toothpick here, and it's just held on by a few fittings. Just go through here and kind of pop that puppy out. Go, so you can see there it just pops out. Set this to the side here. Wipe off a little bit of sweat. I'm a sweater. All right, so next what we want to do is we want to take the panel off. And to take the panel off, we've got 3 screws we need to take out here. There's 2 right in here. They're hidden behind the ashtray. So to pop the ashtray out, you push this little stop down and it comes out there. We'll set this over to the side because we'll put it back in later. And then a couple Phillips head screws. And your whole piece comes out. Next, we've got the pull handle screw here. It's another Phillips. Let's pull it on out. Alright, so next what we got to do, we've got to take this here off. The speaker is actually mounted to this little cubby thing. But to take this off, we've got to take the panel off. So the panel has some little pop rivets that hold this in on the side, and you don't have to take the whole thing off. I found that if you pop it out to about the top, then you can lift it up enough, and if you have some help, then we can hold the panel out to the side and get up underneath the back and unscrew. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with the bottom right here. There's usually always one in the corner, and you'll hear it pop. And here's another one here. So these 2 are this one's pretty stuck. That one was real stuck, actually. And you see, I'm just kind of getting my fingers in here and just popping that out. Okay, now we're loose. Now I'm going to see what we did here. That just didn't come off, is what that did. I think we'll go with that one right there, and we'll not put that back in. So you can see what happened. Instead of popping out, this pulled off the cardboard. Okay, so we got her loose here. And we've got another pop right here. We'll pull up. All right, now you can see up in here we've got plenty of space. So So now what we're gonna do is, this step takes a minute, so bear with us. If you look up underneath here, you see these screws here. These are 9/32 screws. We take these out, and then the speaker will come out. All right, Boone, you can probably, oh, I don't know, set that, maybe lean it up against this and then hold it. Like I said, this will take a couple minutes. If we're able to edit this later on, we'll edit this out. We'll fast forward through it. And I believe there's 8 screws you'll need to take out here. Three more to go. And one more. Last one's kind of tied up here, but it's very doable. Can you push in on that? Okay, so that was the most frustrating part of the whole job. And like I said, it's really nice to have some help. So you can see there, he was able to help me kind of keep that thing pushed in and get me in the back and screw it out. So if you do that by yourself, it's going to take a little longer and it's going to be a little bit more sweaty, a little bit more iron grease, but it's still doable. Okay, so now you see we've got our speaker mount here. The things come off with the door panel. So now what we've got to do is we're gonna unhook the harness off the speaker. We're gonna camera holders. Now to get the harness off the speaker here, I found it's best to use our 90-degree toothpick, and right here at the sides is where it grabs. And let's see, here we go. Get that thing in there like that. And if it goes, you gotta kind of get it down in that little space right there and give it a pry. Let's see. Where are we stuck here? Oh, there we go, there we go. So not necessarily in the space right here, right there. You gotta lift that up. So lift that little tab up. Might even be able to get in here. Lift that tab up and then it'll pull out. So it's not the sides, it's this tab here. And we can see here in a minute what that tab does. A little bit more freer when we put this harness in, but that's the tab. So when it's stuck in there, it's grabbing right here. So you got to get in there and lift this tab up and over that, and then it'll pull on out. All right, next we'll take this speaker out. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit. I didn't show that I had a drill set up here. Go ahead and take these 4 little screws off here. They're also 9/32. And you can still use a socket. No big deal. I'm just doing this for speed purposes. Okay, so we got the old factory. And yes, this is factory from 1994. Old factory speakers. Hell, I think that's damn 30 years old almost. All right, so next, these guys go in fairly simple. It's the hose with no edge. And so, let's see, that's gonna be the top. And so it goes in just like that. And we'll look, I'll hold it there and we'll look and we'll see that we've got that speaker looking about positioned about like we want there. So now we'll take our screws and we'll go ahead and go the exact opposite and plug everything back in. We've got the job halfway finished. Well, I'll get these screws in here in a minute. And then I'm gonna tighten them down manually for the most part. If this will reach in here, and just a little more control with the socket than I do a drill when it comes to this last little bit. Not a lot of room in there. I guess we'll just have to do it with our drill. Go nice and easy. Okay, so we've got her installed in there. So next we've got this adapter harness, and this is where I'm talking about. The plug and play is really nice here. So we take our harness, and then it grabs right there, and we just plug this puppy in. And now you can see that little piece, it grabbed that harness. Okay, so next we plug that into the speaker. Appropriate speaker sizes here. So the negative has a little bitty negative and a little bitty negative. And then the positive is wider connector. Okay, as simple as that. Now we're going to stick this back in here and put our holder back on. Alright, Bunny, set that back over there. Now this is where it's really nice to have a help, because to get those screws in, you got to press this in and pull this out. And my son is good with that. It'd be kind of hard to do this. It's doable. I'll get a clamp probably or something like that. Anyway, so now we put them all back up here. And the reason I'm putting them in sporadic fashion is to help my son. Once I get 2 or 3 of these in, he don't have to hold that pocket no more. These aren't the funnest screws to get in here. And we got one more. And then we just pop the panel back in, put the ashtray in, and a few other things. And we got her whipped.
Ross texted you.
Do what?
Ross texted you.
I don't know. Hold on.
He said he wanted to come over here and put out beer and put out cameras.
Alright, so we've got all our screws in. Now what we do is we pop this back in. So you see we've got this here and these things here to pop in. So this was supposed to come out kind of like those did. Let's see if we can pull these back out and stick them back in here. There you go, hold this. All right, back up and I'll show what I'm doing. All right, so I just pulled this out of the door and then I'm gonna stick it back in and twist it. And then we'll do this here too, and they'll all pop back in whenever we wanna. It looks like we got two more over here that did the same thing. Hey buddy,
What?
tell him I'm working on my truck. I'm not sure, I don't know if I can help him or not. Oh, boy, this little part is stuck here. And that's why it didn't want to come out. Let me grab a tool. Now, stick these back in their designated holes and twist. And now we can pop this back in. And I like to start from the top and just make sure everything goes in the holes like they're supposed to. Let's see, this one doesn't want to work with us either. It may be a little too. These old things, this is 1994, so golly, they're old. But anyway, they'll go in right there, no big deal, because we'll get to put a screw in right there, it'll hold that. All right, speaking of, we'll go ahead and put that screw in. All right, and you can see how that holds that for the most part. I'll probably go back and get a few new pins to put in right here. I'm gonna put our ashtray back in. just pops in here. And last but not least, our grill. A little dirty, but I've got 3 kiddos. And they just pop back in. And as you can see, that's how you get a new one in. And if you like this video and if it helped a lot, I guess hit the like button and turn around and do a jiggly dance for me. And hopefully we'll have another few instructional videos in the future. Thank you guys. Have a great day.